Let's play another round of your favorite YouTuber is wrong. It's my favorite game. I don't know why everybody's freaking out. Okay, hey, and I want to make sure that you guys understand this. This is the difference between my channel and their channels. I showed you guys and taught you guys how to trade options the correct way. Calls during a bull cycle where it was easy for you to make money and see how shit worked, and then instead of training and coursing you guys and letting you believe that's how it always is and it's gonna explode and all that shit, we found another cheaper stock to go over how to trade puts, because they're two very important aspects of options and you need to understand them both if you want to consistently be profitable. By the end of July, I had literally came up with a strategy that had I had $40 to $50,000 based on what I believed AMC was going to do, which it fucking did. That 40 to 50 would have been a little over $1 million, like 1.2 million, and actually probably would have been 1.45 with the downward movement, the sharp downward movement everything had this past week. AMD alone in these 5 days, if I had $20,000, would have made $770,000 just in these 5 days. It's so sad. The month overall, if I had had 25 grand, I would have made 1.8 million fucking dollars in a month off of $25,000. Which of course is taking profits from what's made and then continuing the strategy, the positional strategy that I have developed this year for this type of market. But I told you guys what was going to happen in Q4, and this is why I was preparing you for calls and puts, because holding stock is going to do absolutely nothing for you at the end of the year. Nothing for you. And I told you, Q4 starts, it's up and down, 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 all month, up and down. The moment December 1st rolls around, whatever week that is, it is immediate. This is when big money steps back in. Big money really only plays, actually plays, taking positions and selling positions share-wise in December. That's usually the only time that they do it. And they'll typically buy their options at the end of this month or somewhere in January, and they buy them like year-long fucking expirations. And they'll rearrange them throughout the year, but the expiration date will always be January. It'll always be the beginning of the next year, because they play for the year. But this is when big money steps back in, whatever week December 1st is. And these are the people that own 90% of the market. Their computer program that they dropped right at the pandemic into the market, that motherfucker is alive and well and awake and doing what it does. Doing what it does. All you need to do is look up from AMC and look around and you'll see it. You'll notice it. But this is why I wanted to make sure you guys had your puts in play and you knew what you were doing and you had a couple months to figure it out and learn. Because this is the most lucrative month in the market. Well, it's the most lucrative quarter, but for puts, this is the most lucrative month. It's December. But you have to be ready for it. You have to know where to be. You have to know what to get. But I'm going to show you guys real quick, because old Lou and Trey's coming back with a vengeance, talking about all the shorting and the naked shorting and the intentional short attacks on AMC and blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and let's look at that, shall we? We're going to use my baby, AMD, as a test subject as well. You can pretty much pick 90% of the stocks that are out there for this past week, and it'll show you the same data. Lou, Trey, you wanna take this one? You wanna explain this? Would you like to explain this, please? Since you guys spent all this week crying to people about how you feel their pain, and this is, don't worry, this is intentional short attacks. They're just trying to prevent the squeeze of AMC. That's why they're killing it right now. Really? Okay, so then what's the excuse in GME? You gonna say the same thing? Oh, well, same thing, short squeeze. They're trying to prevent one there too. All right. Then what's the excuse in AMD? Yeah, I'll give you a second to think about that one. I'll give you a moment. Why did AMD move exactly the same as GME and AMC this past week? Huh? I can't hear. What do you say? I'll tell you why. Because 90% of this market is owned by several wealthy men with a killer robot on the loose. And that killer robot, whenever it wants at any given time, can decide to tank the entire market. Whenever it wants. This is manipulation at the highest level. This is what needs to be illegal. This is what needs to be screamed about and discussed and talked about on fucking CNBC and Fox Business and all that shit. This right here. The fact that someone has the power to completely obliterate stocks at a moment's notice. You can't blame this on Omicron or any of that bullshit. Nothing. These are moving exactly the same. 3 separate stocks, 3 separate sectors. One's got less than 5% short interest, one's got around 10, and one's got around 20. They should not be moving the same at all, ever. Just look. This is not a short attack on AMC. That time is done. That time is gone. This robot makes its living shorting the market. Makes its living shorting the whole damn thing. And you can see it right here. I'll show you right here. Right at the end of the day here. Very blatantly obvious. This is new shorts being taken out. Here too. And this is the very old ones they've been holding for 2-3 months being closed out. So that they can show massive profitability for those old ass shorts. Massive profitability. There's a huge difference in driving this thing down into the 20s now in December at the end of the year, and had they allowed that to happen back in July or September or even October. Big difference. Huge difference. Now it's at the point to where they were already starting to sell off. They had no choice. It's the end of the year. Like I said, it doesn't matter. But that's what this is. New shorts, old ones being closed. These ones don't even have to be reported this year. They won't even affect the numbers at all for their end of the year. They won't have to be reported till next quarter. And they'll have at least 30 days before they have to have any fee returns. And then they'll just roll them over. These basically don't exist until next year. Something they neglect to teach you in AMC class about shorting. About the significance of quarters, and especially Q4, and the way the market always reacts. Always. But the fact that no one even bothers to look at anything else, no one bothers to stack shit up, to evaluate data, this is not hard. This is just look up some fucking info on several stocks, see what's going on with them. Look around the market, see what's going on. And you're going to see some very suspicious looking shit that should not be. This should be extremely illegal. This should be a problem that is discussed openly by retail investors on every single financial channel. And now I'm seeing people also start to make their fucking videos about good old crypto being tied into AMC specifically, but it's the market, like I told you guys months ago, that crypto, Bitcoin, all that shit is directly tied to this market, to the stock market. It's directly tied to it. People are finally starting to realize that. So yeah, go ahead and explain this. Go ahead and explain this right here. Like I said, you literally would have to believe that AMD is a secret short squeeze play. But I'm going to go ahead and debunk that shit right here too. Let's go ahead and look at these on the 30-day. Well, you can obviously tell which one's AMD, the one that's not a short squeeze play, that just moves up like a normal stock, and had you put your money in this and not here, you'd be very, very happy. Extremely happy. And you can tell which one's GME, the one that actually had a pretty okay November compared to AMC. But then you look at the last week, and these fuckers look identical. Not a coincidence. Also, significant proof that what these guys are telling you happened this week is not true. It's not true at all. If it was, AMC would be the only one that looks like that. This is Q4, December to remember sales event, bitches. That's what this is. Big money is awake for the holiday season, and they are going to fucking destroy the market over the next week or two. It's what they do. You're going to see shit like go up, closed positions, the ones that need to be closed, and then they're just going to short it right back down with a bunch of positions that don't even have to be reported till next year. That's what they're going to do. That was my biggest fear about AMC, and it going as long as it did without making any significant move back up. Once these guys get into Q4, they're free to short the fuck out of this thing and close out all of their old positions. All of them. And they'll be able to manage it and keep it under control, especially pushing it down this low. I mean, they can return a shitload right now, and it would only go up to like $40, $45, back where it was not too long ago. No big, massive, significant squeeze. Hopefully you guys are starting to see this. Hopefully. Everything they said was a lie this week. Because everything that happened here, and happened here, and happened to 90% of the market as a whole. And they're not shorting the entire market right now just to stop AMC. That just doesn't even make sense. Literally, doesn't make sense at all. Especially to be trying to massively short something like this that has just had nothing but upward momentum all year. So there you go. That's your explanation. That's what's going on. The first week of December. It's to be expected. And this is the sick part about it, is that no one talks about this. No one fucking cares to talk about this. And this is hardcore proof of market manipulation. Hardcore fucking proof right in front of your face. But everybody with the means to reach out and actually affect change and bring this to national attention through their media fucking buddies and everything that they have now doesn't care to even look or talk about anything else, because you guys keep giving them YouTube money every time they say this is being short attacked. Don't worry, it's gonna moon. I should just revert my channel and become the Yale janitor, and it's going to the moon. I could have fucking screwed y'all up something serious with the knowledge that I have about the market as a whole, what I was able to foresee with AMC itself and what it was going to do. My God, I could have had y'all throwing so much super chat money at me and just constantly reassuring you it was going to the moon, even though I knew that it was not. It was most likely going to end the year. badly. I could have been throwing out fancy terminology and just saying shit and assuring you guys that this is, hey, no, this is the manipulation. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Just trust me. I'm doing all the work for you. So you can just, all you have to worry about is holding. I'm taking care of the work. I'll tell you what's going on. Trust me. Yeah. Well, ain't much more to talk about with that. I mean, that's it. That's it right there. Everything they said was bullshit about AMC this week. AMC was not personally attacked and personally shorted to prevent the squeeze. Big money is taking its money that it's been waiting to take all year. And they're setting up their plays to take even more money before the end of the year. And then they're going to set up their plays for next year by December 17th. That's what's happening in the market right now. Welcome to Q4. Welcome to December. And welcome to the real manipulation of the stock market.